Hi everyone. Happy solar eclipse. Sorry, something in my throat already. Happy solar eclipse. New moon in Cancer. Uh, it's going to be a really powerful one. So yesterday I said that I would share my solar eclipse and new moon ritual with you guys. This is actually my new moon ritual, but it's got a little extra oomph in it because of the solar eclipse energy as well. Not only are we going to be just setting intentions for what we want to bring out of this new moon energy, because new moons are all about new beginnings. It's about leaving, the full moons we release. Most of the full moons, some of the full moons don't feel like releasing. Some of the full moons feel like brand new beginnings. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers the Libra full moon back during Aries season. It was like we had the Aries new moon and the Libra full moon, and they both felt like new beginnings. At least for me it did, but neither here nor there. This is like a new moon ritual that I like to do every time we have a new moon, but we're going to be adding a little extra to it, which would be the self-love and self-respect portion. So what I use, and you can expand this in any way that you want to, whatever it is that you resonate with. I want you to feel comfortable doing your own ritual the way that you do things, okay? It does not have to be exactly this way. Like the words that I say them specifically catered to myself because that's what feels good. So we're going to start. So I have a white candle. You can use any color. If you go to a metaphysical, like this is literally just a regular vanilla candle that I got at CVS. Okay, so it doesn't have to be super fancy. I already set my intentions with it. Setting the intentions are, I put my energy into it. So like I prayed on it, I meditated on it, and I did that actually with the full moon. So I'm even using the same candle that I used for the full moon, the things that I released, I'm actually going to be using the same candle, and I've burned it a couple of times since then, because sometimes when I meditate or when I pray, I like to have the candle burning. I've even had it burning in the background doing readings. So setting the intention with your candle is really just praying into it and putting your energy into it, and allowing it to be accustomed directly to you. You can do this if you want to go to like a metaphysical shop and you want to get an actual candle that has a prayer on it. They have all sorts of different candles where you can like release and do all that. But I have learned what works for me is just getting, because the metaphysical shops, we have several here, but they're not really like super close to me. So if I need a candle, I'll go to CVS. I will pray to it. I will meditate on it. I will put my energy and my intentions into the candle, and even use it several times. So if you want to get a special candle, totally up to you. I like to use just regular candles and then put my intention into it. I also cleanse it, which we're going to go into the next step. So whatever candle, I like to use white. You can get it scented, unscented. If you have any questions, let me know. So also, I have, to smudge yourself, your surroundings, and all the tools that you'll be using here, you want to have sage or Palo Santo wood. Sage actually cleanses the energy. Palo Santo wood is there to smooth out the energy. So I actually recommend saging first and then using Palo Santo wood if you still need a little bit smoother of a ride. When I say smoother, you can kind of feel sometimes when the energy just needs to chillax, right? It's not that it's like negative energy, or it's not that it's like super harsh energy or anything like that. You just need to chill a little bit. That's what the Palo Santo wood is for. I also have Palo Santo spray if needed for anything. I particularly want you to use the smoke for the new moon ritual, but again, if you don't have a place where you can, light the sage or whatever, If you're not able to do that, spray also works perfectly fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to light, I'm just going to do Palo Santo wood for now. Yeah, I have a torch because it takes forever to light the wood sometimes. So I use a torch. And I'm not going to do like the full ritual here. I'm just going to kind of tell you how to do it because it is a very personal thing. It is very, I want you to spend time doing it. Like I'm doing like an abbreviated version right now just because I want to show you. So like when you're saging or smudging yourself, again, I would recommend using the sage first. I already saged this morning, so I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, damn, I should be doing this during the ritual. But anyway, so what I want you to do is I want you to sage yourself, cleanse yourself either with the wood or the sage, and smudge all of your chakras. So your third eye and your throat chakra, and especially your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra. And then I want you to do your whole aura. So all the way around you and underneath your feet and your legs, your arms. I like to use my hands because I use my hands on a regular basis, shuffling cards. So I like to clear the energy in my hands. I also use it for Reiki healing for other people. So, and then you're also going to want to cleanse all of your items that you'll be using. So you're going to do your candle. And I have crystals here. So I have fluorite crystal, which is really good for psychic abilities and intuition, opening that up. I have two types of rose quartz here. I'm going to put so I have two types of rose quartz here. One is a tumbled stone, and rose quartz is good for self-love, self-respect, self-healing, which is that little extra oomph that we're going to give ourselves during the solar eclipse. And then I have like a rough rose quartz, so either one works. And then I have a moonstone, and I like to use the moonstone in all of my moon rituals because it really helps also with the psychic abilities, intuition, connecting to the moon energy. So I have all of these, so we're going to cleanse the energy on all of these as well, yada, yada, yada. And I have water. I have a bottle of water. You can use a glass of water, whatever kind of water. I like to use non-fluoride, non-chlorine, ionized, pH balance, high pH balance, alkalized water. Totally up to you how you want to do that. Tap water is fine. If you want to use your tap water, use your tap water. I personally don't like the taste of tap water. I haven't like my whole life. So a lot of people think, oh, so you're a princess. You drink out of bottled water. No, that's not the case. It's not the case. So what we're going to do after we cleanse everything, I want you to sit with your stuff here. We'll have this lit with my torch. I know everybody's probably going to be like, oh my gosh, it's just easier this way. Plus I can take it outside if I want to and the wind doesn't blow it out. So you light your candles, you'll hold your whatever stone feels good for you, you can hold it. But I want you to get into a meditative state. So closing your eyes, you can have soft music going on in the background. And I want you to open up your heart chakra. I like to sit with my heart chakra kind of placed up into the universe. And I want you to imagine your heart chakra enveloped in pink light. And I want you to let this ball of light to grow and grow and grow. And I want you to say to yourself, there is abundant love in the universe. There is abundant love in me. And I want you to repeat that as many times as it takes until you start to feel the energy of the universe, the energy of everything flowing around you. And I want you to sit in this for at least 5 minutes. I know that even 5 minutes can be a long time if you're not used to meditating. If you are used to meditating, like I'll probably be able to sit in this for like 20 to 30 minutes tonight, just because it's easy for me to do that. The water is here to help the energy flow. So I want you can stop at any time and take a drink of water, because water helps the energy flow. I feel like sometimes when you are working with source energy and it's that big and you're really setting big intentions and you're trying to bring in the energy of self-love into you, that sometimes you can get a little lightheaded because it's overwhelming, okay? And that's what the water is here for, to take drinks anytime you feel overwhelmed, lightheaded, because I don't want you to get uncomfortable with it. And the water, I mean, we're mostly made of water, right? So it'll help the energy flow through the chakras. When you are done, thank the universe for all of its support, all of its love, all of its kindness and abundance. And then I want you to thank yourself for all of your love, all of your kindness, all of your abundance, all of your support. And when you're done with that, set 3 different intentions. That's what the pen and paper is here for. Set 3 different intentions that you want to put out into the universe for this new moon. For example, I would like to grow my business. I would like to grow my business in the abundance of love. I would like to heal my relationships in the abundance of love. Do everything in the abundance of love. And the reason why I'm saying that is this Cancer new moon, Cancerians are known for their love and support and guidance and kind of like that home feeling. So this new moon is all about setting your intentions, your new intentions that you're putting out there in an abundance of love. Okay, I'm actually going to set this aside because we're also going to do a reading. That's why I wanted to do abbreviated version. We're also going to do a reading, and I'm not going to blow that out just yet. Remember that solar eclipse energy, move that up there, solar eclipse energy and lunar eclipse energy, so this eclipse energy this month in July will last for 6 months. So I don't know if you recall or remember what you were doing 6 months ago when we had the eclipses in Leo, or in, it was Aquarius in Leo, I believe, Capricorn in Leo. Anyway, the new moon, it was the new moon in Capricorn and it was the full moon in Leo. It was like the very last degrees of Leo, something like that. And I don't know if you remember what you were doing, but if you can think back to that and think about all the things that transpired in the last 6 months, all the really big things that you let go of and you brought in, because this energy, it actually happens to you whether you realize it's happening to you or not. The universe is still taking care of you, even if you don't do the ritual. The ritual is for you to get really grounded, for you to connect with yourself and to connect to source energy and set your intentions. If you're not setting your intentions, yes, it can come into fruition, but at the same time, you're just kind of like, whatever it is that the universe's path that you're supposed to be taking in this lifetime, that's the direction you're going to go. So no matter whether you're setting intentions or you're not setting intentions, your higher self and the universe they still know what path you're supposed to be on and where you're supposed to be going. So keep that in mind while you are doing this. So this reading that I'm going to do today, I'm going to set the intention that this is the energy that we can see guiding us for the next 6 months, because that solar eclipse and lunar eclipse energy is going to be, it's like that 6-month mark. So let's see what it is that the universe, that source has in store for us. And I know that as a collective, this may resonate, it may not resonate. If it does resonate with you, you might want to bookmark this reading to kind of come back to it in 3 months and see where you are with it. See where you are with the intentions that you set. So, yeah. So, the intentions, right? Being grounded. The Four of Wands talks about being in union. Some of you might be wanting to be in union in a new relationship, or within a relationship being in union. But that Four of Wands also talks about being stable, being grounded, and allowing yourself to set that comfort zone, set that stability. And then we have the Two of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. So in order to get to this grounded, stable energy, you're going to have to make decisions in the next 6 months, right? That's what the Two of Wands speaks of. It speaks of making decisions, but are you ready to make those decisions when you're feeling a little bit stuck? This is actually my comfortably stuck card in this deck, because if you look at him, he's got one foot tied to one wand, one hand tied to the other one, and he's happily talking to a bird. Like, that dude's not moving anytime soon. Even if he's got to pee, he's like stuck there, but he can get out of it at any time. So it's comfortably stuck, right? And then we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about your intuition. It's all about allowing yourself to open up to your higher self and your intuition. So I feel like the decisions that you're going to have to make in the next 6 months, you need to consult yourself. You need to consult your own intuition and allow yourself to believe in that. And that self-love and self-respect that you're asking the universe for during your ritual and intention setting is going to help you listen to yourself a little bit more, okay? So when it comes to your intuition, let it guide you. And the way that you do that is you allow yourself on a daily basis to get quiet and to listen to what your heart space has to say. Your heart space is not going to steer you wrong. Your heart space is not going to be the fear monger. Your heart space isn't going to be the one that's like, well, do you think you should be doing that? Are you sure that you should be doing that? That's not your heart space. That's your ego saying, I don't know. I don't know. Your heart space is going to open up the vulnerability for you to be brave, which is really interesting because I actually watched, again, for the second time, I watched the Brené Brown, A Call to Courage on the Netflix last night. On the Netflix? That's weird. On Netflix last night. I watched it again, and it was just, I mean, I love Brené, but she's one of my mentors. Like, I love her. She's one of my mentors. She's somebody that I really, really look up to. I don't know her personally. I would love to, but I have always been guided by her books and her speaking and, you know, watching her on YouTube and stuff like that. I really look up to her. And she, if you don't know who Brené Brown is, I highly suggest you look her up. When she talks about the vulnerability and the only way that you can be brave and courageous in this world is to be vulnerable, that's really one of the intentions that I will be setting for myself, because I've always been extremely brave and extremely vulnerable, but I've noticed in the last couple of months for myself personally that it's been increasingly harder to do that, because the more I put myself out there and the more I'm vulnerable and I open up to other people, I have this fear of being wounded and being hurt. Now, when I have fears like that, I am so in tune with the energy that that's what I call in. I literally manifest my fears into showing up as individuals, as certain circumstances, stuff like that. Like when I say that I'm a master manifester, I literally can manifest the good and the bad. Good, bad, and ugly, right? So one of the intentions I will be setting for myself tonight is to be brave and to be courageous and open up myself to that vulnerability. When you open yourself up to vulnerability, you're also opening yourself up to being hurt, but it all goes together, right? And you almost have to, and that's one of the things that I teach during my alignment sessions that I do. And what I'll also be teaching while I'm on the road is how to allow yourself to have that kind of courage where you're not only being brave, because you're taught to be brave is a really good, strong thing, but we're taught that vulnerability is weakness, right? Opening yourself up to vulnerability is weakness. So that's one of the things that I feel like I know I will be setting my intention on. I'm not entirely sure how that came out, but so you need to humble yourself also, right? And I think watching that last night was very, very timely for me. It really needed to happen. it reminded me a lot of coming back to myself and the self-love and the self-respect. That's why I told you guys about that. So then we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So really humble yourself and also allow, this is a very feminine, you know, the moon is feminine energy anyways. The Cancerian moon is like extra, extra feminine, right? Because it's Cancer. So I want you to really allow yourself, and Cancer is ruled, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So I want you to really allow yourself to get in touch with your feminine side. And your feminine side is that comfort zone that you have within where you can nurture yourself and you can love yourself and you can respect yourself. This is also growing in leaps and bounds from a page to a queen. Now, queen, king, doesn't matter what the gender of the card is, okay? Because I know that there are some gentlemen that watch as well. And then we have the Hermit, which is the wise teacher, right? The Hermit is the archetype. Very interesting how very earthy and grounded this has become here. So the Hermit is the archetype that goes to the top of the mountain to get the information directly from source and then brings it down to the people and teaches them, which is what we really need more in this world of. We need people who are directly connected to source and coming to the collective and teaching them about the source energy and about growing from source energy. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what this Four of Wands is. Maybe. Hold on a second. I feel like some of you are actually going to be moving within the next 6 months to a more stable environment, someplace that feels better. And some of you are going to actually be coming into union with your soul family. So we have the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands. And the Three of Cups for me is not about a third-party situation every time, especially when it comes up with the Four of Wands. Because I feel like, oh, that candle smells really good. It is, my candle is scented and it's vanilla sugar. I forgot that. I got a whiff of it. So the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands is for me, it's almost like this feeling of coming home. It is being with your soul family, being with your soul tribe, and really allowing yourself to get super grounded within that and knowing that you have that camaraderie. And the reason why I feel like this is an intention for a lot of us to set is because we all have felt so very alone lately. We have all felt like we're on this path on our own and there's nobody else there to support us or to cheer us on. So I want you to know that you're not alone. And if you set the intention to love yourself and have abundance within yourself, you will manifest a soul group that loves you just the same. Okay? So let's see with the Two of Wands. Oof, it is stuck. Man. So during the next 6 months, I have to do that because it's really hard for me these cards are so thin. So I have to move them. So we have the Hanged Man on the Two of Wands. When you feel as if you're stuck in this energy or in any energy that happens in the next 6 months, when you feel, I want you to start looking at things in a different way. The Hanged Man energy is about looking at things in a different perspective. So when you need to make a decision for yourself, I want you to really allow yourself to trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling, trust the guidance that you can give yourself, because you are your best advice giver person. What am I trying to say? Your higher self knows you better than anybody else is going to know you. So really allow yourself to think about all of the things that you need to get in touch with. Some of this is going to be very karmic for you. Some of you might actually be dealing with a Capricorn or a Virgo, since we have all of this earth energy here. And intuitively, I also feel like the Capricorn full moon, which is the lunar eclipse that's happening on July 16th, is going to help you set some more intentions for yourself on the things that you need to let go of. And with the Capricorn full moon, because it is Capricorn, and we will also have Saturn and Pluto and the South Node all conjunct, which means they'll all be together in Capricorn at the same time. And the South Node is very karmic. It's about your karmic lessons in this lifetime. The Saturn is very karmic. It is Big Daddy. He wants you to make sure that you are doing everything the way that you're supposed to be doing. And Pluto is all about death and transformation. Pluto actually rules Scorpio. So it being in Capricorn with Saturn and the South Node are going to teach you all of the karmic lessons, not all of the karmic lessons, but right now is a very karmic time for you to learn your karmic lessons and allow yourself to release them. My hands are really, it's so funny when I can tell when my Reiki energy in my hands is like super, super big right now. And like, cause my hands get really warm. Like my hands are always warm anyways, but like I can actually feel the warmth in my palms. And I think that's because I cleared them before I started doing the reading. So, you guys saw me do the clearing of my palms. So, and I think so my Reiki energy is like, yes, we're free now. Let's just Reiki everybody. So everybody's getting like Reiki healing right now. So this devil energy is all about allowing yourself to recognize what your karmic lessons are. That means people in your life. That means situations. That means environments. Whatever it is that you feel like you're having to learn a lesson with, that is karmic activity. Whether it's a good lesson or a bad lesson, totally up to your circumstances. Let's see what this Page of Pentacles is. I want you to get humble to all the lessons. I feel like this Page of Pentacles is saying it's time for you to get humble to all of the lessons and allow yourself to see them for what they are. It's not so the universe can smite you, strike you down. It's not so the universe can strike you down. It's not so that God can, we're not like little ants and God doesn't have a magnifying glass trying to, that's not what karma is all about. So Page of Pentacles, karma is about allowing yourself to learn what it is that you need to learn in this lifetime to grow, to prosper, to be abundant. We all have a birthright to be abundant and to be happy. So we have Judgment with the Page of Pentacles. This is the universe taking care of you. If you look at that Judgment card, I love this Judgment card because you can see that there's like a baby dropper in that hand being given to the man that's burning. Humble yourself to the universe taking care of you. Instead of thinking that the universe is just smiting you, Judgment is also extremely karmic. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles is about being grounded, is about nurturing. The Queen of Pentacles is the mother figure in the zodiac. Be in control of yourself and a lot of this is about standing tall and standing brave, because the Emperor is somebody, yes, he can be a dictator, but at the same time, he's somebody that is courageous and is brave and does not back down from a challenge. He's also a business owner. Some of you want to start your own business in the next 6 months, or your business that you've already started will become stable and strong. I'm also coming back to the Page of Pentacles, that some of you want to go back to school. The Page of Pentacles sometimes is the scholar. He's the student, he's learning more, right? Maybe there is a hermit or a wise teacher that is giving you the information from source. Maybe you're supposed to find a teacher type, a mentor type to help you through all of this spiritual progress that you've been making. Maybe the teacher type is the Queen of Pentacles, and she's the one that is going to give you the information and help you grow in the next 6 months. Let's see what the Hermit is. I feel like some of you are the Hermit, and I feel like some of you are seeking out a Hermit type figure. It's all up to whatever your case is, whatever it is that you are setting an intention on. The Hermit figure can be somebody who is a big guide for you, yeah, and somebody who can help you find your stability in the dark. So we have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. For some reason, I have something in my eye all of a sudden. Like, thank you very much. At least it's at the end of the reading and not the beginning. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Moon, very fitting, on the Hermit. Even if you don't know what's coming, I want you to trust it. I want you to trust that you're being given gifts by the universe on a daily basis, and I want you to be aware of what those gifts are. That Ace of Pentacles doesn't come lightly. And you have to be willing to do the work as well. Like, it's not just going to be dropped into your lap. I tell everybody when they do alignment sessions with me, I tell everybody that your soul purpose is not going to come easy. It's probably going to be the hardest journey you've ever been on. It's going to be worth it. That's what that Ace of Pentacles is. Stability, right? Grounded stability. So is the Four of Wands. Grounded stability. Feeling safe and secure within your environment. If you're still not entirely sure of what that is, go within. That Hermit can definitely be you. Go within and allow yourself to get that information from your higher self, from source, and let it guide you in the direction that you really want to go in, okay? And allow yourself to gain the knowledge during this time, during the solar eclipse, on how to have healthy boundaries. Seven of Wands. Some of you need to have healthy boundaries in relationships. Some of you just need to have healthy boundaries in life. So let this total solar eclipse, new moon energy, bring with you an abundant next 6 months, because even through the tough energy, even through the very rough times, even when things are exhausting, when you feel like you can't keep going, allow yourself to move forward. Kind of like what my shirt says, you can move forward. You're not a tree, with the tree of life there. And see how, look how beautiful this is. I love the colors in this shirt. It's one of my favorites. You can get on my website. I'm not going to plug myself today, but I did show you my shirt, so if you want it. But please allow yourself to be guided by yourself and not, I'm here for you to help teach you to do that. I'm here for you when you are having a hard time listening to your higher self. That's what I do. That's my job. That's why I offer readings. That's why I offer alignment sessions. That's why I offer, the guidance that I do. But eventually I want you to be able to rely on yourself and your own inner guidance. For me, that is success, is when I have taught you to do what you need to do for yourself, then I am successful. Okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful full moon. I'm sorry, full total eclipse. Have a wonderful new moon total eclipse. And if you would like to drop suggestions on your new moon rituals, on your solar eclipse rituals, by all means, drop them in the comments. We all need as much help as we can get right now. And take very good care of yourselves. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your support. And we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. Bye.